Hello and welcome to this video where we are actually doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be reviewing a presentation that is publicly available on the web. So this is where we downloaded it from, and it's basically from the Health Department in New South Wales, Australia. And it is a COVID-19 related presentation. So we did a quick search, downloaded it, and then we're going to do a quick review, just our thoughts. So initial thoughts are by looking at the layout. There's a very nicely designed template, which is really nice to see, as well as the widescreen orientation. So that's that was a nice surprise, I guess, or pleasant surprise. Really very, very well designed masters, as you can see in this one. So very nice. However, when you start going through the presentation, I get the feeling that the person or the people that put it together didn't really know how to use the template. So as you go through, and I'll just very quickly flick through the slides, you can see that everything's sort of jumping all over the place. There is a chance that slides came from various different presentations, perhaps. These ones do align, so we've got some guides there, and these ones you can see that the text at least aligns with the margins that have been set up, but everywhere else they don't. And I can see that, for example, the masters weren't used. So layout, that's a really lovely layout there. If I go reset, that automatically brings it into alignment, and that's what the master was designed for. This image here, if I was going to keep that there, I would probably, resize it, maybe crop it so that it fits in better with, the margins and everything else. Or perhaps I would use a different option. Maybe this one here. Again, reset automatically brings it into alignment. I'm not really sure why they wouldn't have used that. And also by hitting reset, you automatically get everything just falls into place. It's where it should be. Everything's positioned where it should be. You get the correct colors, the correct font, and the correct font size. So that's 44, 24, that's 44, 14. So consistency is really important, especially in business presentations, any presentation really, but consistency is key. When you're flicking through the slides, you want everything to be in the same spot. You don't want headings to be jumping from, say, this position to this position to, okay, that's the correct position there. So that's a shame really, because as I said, there's some really lovely masters there. Things like, for example, this little clip art, I would definitely have designed something new, something high resolution. This is quite pixelated. Again, this doesn't align. This image, I mean, it's okay, but it looks as though it's possibly been distorted and stretched out. This, again, it's an image. I would definitely have redrawn this diagram in line with the branding. So it looks like it's the Clinical Excellence Commission. So I would have designed something that worked with their brand and just had that really nicely laid out and it will not be pixelated. So in this case, if the data was available, I would recreate the graph, and if it wasn't available, I would possibly leave it as is, or I would perhaps trace that line to get a really high resolution image. And of course get rid of these lines. I mean, you can see this has been copied and pasted from somewhere else. This one, again, same thing. I would probably use this so you can, and by typing straight into your placeholders, you know that everything will fit in this presentation. Everything will be consistent. So okay, so if the data was available, I would recreate this graph, and if not, there are a couple of options. You can either do all of these by hand, which would be quite tedious, but sometimes it's unavoidable, or I would leave it there and maybe even add a little footnote here and perhaps add where I sourced the graph. These two, I would definitely retype the table and make sure that it's consistent with the colors that have been built into this template. I mean, if I go into here, I can see that all the colors have been set up. So it would be fairly easy to do. And delete that, and yeah, retype that table, and with the correct colors as well. When a presentation designer is going through a presentation, there's the sort of things that we can see straight away. So not everyone can see those things. You might be presenting to a group of people where some people are very visual and they're very, they have a good eye for detail, while others won't, and some people won't mind this at all, and others will. But they're very simple things that you can do to ensure that presentation is consistent. It doesn't take much, especially in this case where the correct template was used, but somehow it was distorted. So in this case, see all the bullet points were programmed in. So if I go into the master, I can see that it's been set up so that the first line of text doesn't have a bullet point, and then the others do have bullet points. Finally, I do want to make a comment about the final slide. So this, to me, is just, I don't know, it's just being lazy. This should be retyped, all of this, and just placed nicely on the slide. That is my quick rundown review of this presentation that is publicly available online. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please add it to the comments box. And thank you for watching. Bye.